It's like when we were growing up, and we saw somebody kissing on screen, or there was some foul language or whatever, and you'd be embarrassed. Why should we make something that makes people feel?
Exactly.
Now, and the problem is the mother is feeling embarrassed, the kids are feeling embarrassed. No,
you can't watch Game of Thrones with the family. You can't.
You can't.
So the thing is, though we are not allowed to take that name, but
Oh.
You are tuned into PeepingMoon.com, and today we are bringing you the people who are going to make sure that your upcoming weekend binge is sorted, because Aarya is back with season 2. Though Sushmita is not here to draw her claws out, but we have producer Ram Madhvani and the director Sikandar Kher and Vikas to join us and actually tell us why are we supposed to watch Aarya this upcoming weekend. The first question goes, why?
please अपना clause बाहर निकालिए, पंजे बाहर निकालो.
Acha, clause.
Clause.
I thought you were talking about the stuff that goes in the contract. I got confused. ये लीजिए sir. ये लीजिए.
Because this is why you should see it.
Otherwise,
अपने पंजे बाहर निकालो.
But on a lighter note, I have to first congratulate you for the nomination for the International Emmys. It's a proud moment, because when you have your homegrown content to be featured in those top 4 last trailers played at the stage, how is the feeling? Because when you start filming for something, that is not the intention कि हम इतने awards घर लेके जा रहे हैं, हमें इतना accolades मिलेंगे. But to reach there, and today when we are sitting, we are in the middle of, I would say not a bittersweet, but I would still, as Amita said it to me, it's a victory to see you even up there, and then to have your season just a couple of days after that. How does it feel?
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Like you said, we're representing India over there. And when you see nominees from 24 countries, and the pride they feel for, for their nations is very palpable. And then you realize how big it is and how big an honor it is for you to be there for India.
It was a big, we were there. We couldn't take everybody, and but the feeling in that hall is not something that you get when you're on Zoom.
Oh, I agree.
It's only when you're there live that you can actually understand how important it was to be nominated, and we're very happy to have just reached, out of 600 shows, the last 4. So it was a big deal. So even though you were not there, but
I mean, it's the greatest for me. I'll always say, this is what I say about it. And even though you're here again, and I'm saying it on your behalf only, this story has been with him for so many years.
Yep,
and he's been through a lot with it. We know, I know personally, because I know. And it's extreme. He's had a lot of his emotions. I'm sorry I'm saying it, but I'm just saying it. A lot of his emotions have been a part of it, and it's taken him a long time for it to happen. And it couldn't have happened to a better human being than him, to be honest. I mean, it's and it's because of him that I'm a part of the show. I think it's just, and so really, we're so happy. We're so happy.
He's there in season 3.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
But Ram, when we talk about Aarya, for me, the beauty of how it started for me, with Aarya, was normally when we talk about series and we talk about, not using the word female-centric, but to have a strong female character which can be as normal as it gets. Sushmita can be your any-day daily working woman as Aarya, a mother who's there to just protect the kids and do what she feels right is to survive in this dire circumstances she's landed herself into. How was it for you to play such a character? Because normally हमें अपनी या तो actresses को बिल्कुल ही अबला नारी बनाना होता है, या it has to be too larger than life. There is no normalcy. And then have men in that story placed who are secure, who are confident about the parts they are playing. How was the dynamics for you, even in the season 2? Because it's just getting bigger from at least what we are seeing in the trailer.
For me?
For everyone.
For everyone.
Oh, it was great, yeah. It's superb. I mean, these things actually don't even occur to me, to be honest. It doesn't strike me at all.
Till you ask a question,
till
you ask a question, it doesn't even become part of the conversation, actually.
And these are the conversations which we have, because for me it was a very, I would say, very motivating fact to see a normal character, a woman with kids who's just fighting the odds to survive. That's all about it. For me, that was a brief.
I'm
for Aarya.
surrounded by strong women, actually speaking, genuinely, because my co-producer Amita, my EPs Ria and Sia, they just our costume stylist, our production designer. There's Anna, there's Thea. There's so many strong women that we are surrounded by. That my mother and that I feel that like it's just normal, isn't it?
Yeah, it is normal.
That's also the reason it's connected with, like you said, your mother.
Yeah.
And so many other women.
Exactly, yeah.
And the public at large.
Yeah.
But as an actor, Sikandar, and because I can ask you, when you have such a strong female-centric character at the helm of the show, does that ever occur that our paths are going to be diminished? And I'm not talking about the male and female context, just as characters.
No, like Sikandar said, it didn't even occur to us. कभी आया ही नहीं दिमाग में. ये तो आप पूछ रहे हैं तो फिर हम सोचेंगे, एनालाइज करेंगे, कुछ बोलना पड़ेगा.
नहीं, फिर मत बोलिए.
नहीं, seriously. ऐसा कुछ हुआ ही नहीं. I think it's
it's just natural, right? I mean, what's whether
it's a story, it's a book.
story.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's something which you would like. It just so happens that she's a female.
By seeing
That's
female and male, we are
Exactly.
drawing a line.
Yeah,
Exactly. But that is the conversation I wanted to have, because normally over the years, Sikandar, you know, male and female, lead
But that's
actor,
a
lead actor.
but
And we are letting it go by finally with products
Yeah.
like Aarya.
Right. No, but I think it's as it just doesn't occur. Or to be honest, even for me, I think it has me also. I have a very strong mother. You know, strong woman figure in my whole life.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, through whatever. So it's really normal, and at least the way I've been brought up, it's extremely normal. I mean, I feel even the talk of equality is not the thing to have. You don't even have to have that talk because it is.
For us, it's there. It's
For
meant
us
to
it's
be.
there.
normal.
It's
Exactly.
It's normal. That's
It's
our
normal.
normal.
And really, we've never ever spoken about it in this way. Nobody's ever internally even said, "Oh, so now we better have that conversation."
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. But Raman, at the same time, OTT is also going through a transition where we talk about OTT, large scale shows, बहुत बड़ा placement, एक बहुत बड़ा show आ रहा है. But then OTT is also going through a transitional phase where we are in a, I would say, filtrations, as I was discussing it to you before this entire interview. What to watch, what not to watch. How you place Aarya 2 in that market, considering that though you have placed it as a family-centric viewing, but do you think that that also takes away a little bit of audience, because there are varied audience on OTT also?
You know, there was a line that I read when I was in New York just now. Which says, "You can't make everyone happy. You're not pizza. You're not pizza." I'd like to change that to say, "You can't make everyone happy. You're not ice cream."
And chai
But
also.
you know, and chai.
Chai
Ice cream.
also.
Yeah. But I would like to make everyone happy. Yeah, chai. Yeah, but
She said chai.
Yeah, chai. But I would like to make everyone happy. I want it to be a 4-quadrant show. I want male, female, young, old. I want to reach out. I want to reach out from cities to towns. I want to reach out, and I want to be in people's living rooms, which is where 90% of India, 95% of India is actually watching television. Is not in the bedroom, it's in the living room.
Exactly.
And therefore, the idea that you have a TV in your bedroom is not yet part of mass, circulation. So if I'm in the living room, then I'm watching it with the family. And therefore, I better do stuff that, otherwise it's like when we were growing up, and we saw somebody kissing on screen, or there was some foul language or whatever, and you'd be embarrassed that you're watching it with your family.
We used to run away, like,
exactly.
there used to be bathroom break then
Yeah,
and there.
exactly. Why should we make something that makes people feel?
Exactly.
Now, and the problem is the mother is feeling embarrassed, the kids are feeling embarrassed. No,
You can't watch Game of Thrones with your family. You can't.
You can't.
so the thing is, though we cannot allowed to take that name, but
Okay, fine. So we cannot watch a very big cult show with our family. That's okay.
but no, but
It's on the same platform.
but the thing is that when you're actually, the families have also changed.
Exactly, they have.
Now it is, so I want to make stuff for the full family. I genuinely believe, and I want to put out a value system into society, and therefore whatever I'm making, I'm worried about what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. Because I want to reach out, and B, I want to do stuff that I can consume with my family.
What do you have any input on
No, you
Ram's
said it
answer?
beautifully. In fact, I love the way you put it. The analogy that हिंदुस्तान में अभी भी वो ड्राइंग रूम में टीवी
अभी भी है कि परिवार के साथ एक
बेडरूम टीवी
फैमिली टाइम as we call it, dinner
Exactly.
time, family time we have to
and that kind of says it all.
And what happens is, it's so irritating, but at the same time, it's so nice because people are messaging you while they're watching it, saying, we are watching it with the family. And I'm watching it with my mother. So many messages, I'm watching it with my mother. I think that's a great thing. I don't like it that you're actually sending me a message while you're watching it.
That's it. यार वहाँ देखो, यहाँ नहीं देखो.
Like, why are you looking at your phone right now? Though you're missing a
You're
moment.
not supposed to pause it and send me a message.
And I don't know whether I should reply. Because now if I reply, then they're not again watching the show. Then they become a conversation.
Oh my God. You're really stuck.
But because this is personally, I wanted to say this to you. Your character in Aarya for me was exceptionally, I think, one of the most beautiful written parts. You touched upon topics which in generally, as he said, in family shows, we just like bury under the carpet. We don't want to talk about bringing the religion back or being, you're coming out of the closet. When you see yourself placed in a show, does it become an additional responsibility? How sensitively you have to also further portray it? Because you people are not sensationalizing it. You people never sensationalize this. For me, that was the beauty of ACP Khan.
Again, going back to, it didn't occur to us. We don't have this conversation.
And
So I
for
would
us,
like to
it was
believe
very
हम लोग
good. For me, it was an observation that you people never made a hula boo out of it. Like
Yeah.
it just
It's also there in
seamlessly fit
Penosa.
in.
It's there in Penosa
and हम
also.
लोगों ने
I know.
बहुत
I read
naturally,
that.
I would like to believe हम लोग शायद बड़े अच्छे लोग हैं जो
And अच्छे actors भी.
उस तरीके से सोचते हैं. And even when the scene was shot, it was just, it's a relationship.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
And it was meant to be in the house, and then it was shifted to, instead of me going to the house and a man opening the door who's cooking, he brings food to the office. And there are a lot of lines that were impromptu over there.
But at the same time, there is Sandeep Srivastav and Anu Singh Chaudhary who are the writers. There is Sandeep Modi and Vinod Rawat who are the co-directors of season 1. Right now in season 2, there is Rawat and Kapil Sharma caps. But there's a lot of credit also to the entire team to have a conversation which is just a normal, natural conversation. Yeah.
And I have credit for that because without making it look like, as we call it, mudda, you have just transcended something very beautifully into the show.
There's no attempt to sensationalize or
Just catch up on something which otherwise we know are daily
at all.
headlines.
And it's a great observation because I hope it becomes a trendsetter that way.
Yeah, because why everything has to be like, even Sikandar in the beginning said it, why a female male, why are we even having that discussion? Similarly, why we need to have the discussions over topics which can be as natural as it can get.
Yes.
But lastly, don't scold me for the question though. Season 2s in India are still somehow called थोड़ा सा jinx है यार, चलेगा कि नहीं चलेगा. बहुत अच्छे seasons.
right now.
Let me take
Yeah.
out the...
You have to take out the claws. Exactly. Take out the claws.
बहुत अच्छे seasons का season 2 end up getting a lukewarm response. Why do you think that maybe audience are just expecting कि बिल्कुल first के जैसा replica ही season 2 में होना चाहिए और we still need to evolve on that front?
It's all the audience's fault. Always audience's
ये
fault.
सब आपकी गलती है.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I genuinely want
It's
to
a joke.
get-
It's a
मैं
joke.
बहुत
Because,
बहुत मजाक कर रहे हैं.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. It's a
That's
joke.
a good interview, I'm telling you.
We don't know. There has been enough season 2s which have worked well.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah,
Touch wood, but there
have
have
been
also
some
been
which
enough-
which have not. I don't know. Is it expectation? Is it complacency? Is it confidence? I don't know. I'm hoping that we, and from the advance word that we have received, people seem to be saying that you've done well. So far, so I'm constantly asking with the team that has seen it, outside of the team who are shooting it, and I've always been asking, what do you feel? Is it working? So far, we've got a very positive response from season 2 from the people who are not the core team but who have seen it. But eventually, it is up to the audience and to you, and we are hoping that you like it so that we can make season 3.
We are already waiting for season 3. You don't have to wait for the villain for the season 2. It's a delicious story. We can't let it go. But what about you? Do you have pretty much secure कि season 2, 3 से Sikandar तो 3 में casting करा चुके
बिल्कुल
हैं.
सिक्योर तो है नहीं. Worried
सिकंदर
है,
ने
nervous
3rd में
है.
casting करा ली अभी
मैंने
बैठे.
क्या?
अभी तो उन्होंने cast किया तुम आपको season 3 में.
हाँ, मैं तो यही बोल रहा हूँ, प्लीज मुझे काम की जरूरत है. भाई और बहनों, इसे एंजॉय करिए ताकि सीजन 3 होए, उसे भी एंजॉय करिए ताकि सीजन 4 होए. मैं काम करना चाहता हूँ.
Season 10.
सर मैं आपका पीछा नहीं छोड़ूंगा सर.
बिलिंग लगाते हैं हम यहीं पे.
Daulat on walking stick.
Oh God, dollar taking it to the grave, literally.
Dollars there only, silently.
But thank you guys. Thank you for putting something, as Ram started, a family entertainer on table, which is somehow needed when you sit with family and you can watch. And I am very excited where this mother takes to the new journey
This
with
working
with
mother.
this working mother, as she calls herself. And I think the only Dawn I will be like, nice. But thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
for doing
Lovely.
this. Thank you.
Thank you.